Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about these girls on Twitch again, which is something that over the last few years has kind of developed into a topic online that people have debated pretty widely. Now there's a lot of different things that people like to debate when it comes down to these girls, but the thing that has been pretty widely debated a lot is some of their actions that they've taken on stream that show maybe less reputable parts of their personality, if you know what I'm saying. There's been about probably half a dozen, at least, like, really big instances of these girls on Twitch recently in, like, the last few years, where they'll basically, like, admit that they don't really care about streaming, right, in a way, because they'll say things like, oh, if you're not donating to the stream, then, like, leave. Oh, if you're not buying a Twitch membership to my channel, then leave. Things like that, right? Basically treating their audiences as if they're like human piggy banks that are obligated to give their money to this person because they watch them on Twitch, which of course is like a free content sharing website. Like, you have no reasonable expectation to make a bunch of money while streaming on Twitch, right? Like, that's just something that happens if you're good at streaming or if people find you entertaining. And so this has been something that people have started to kind of debate in the last few years, but another big section of these girls as well are the girls who, like, blow up, and they blow up from kind of like clout chasing tactics. Now, I feel like this has become a pretty big clout chasing tactic, which is what I want to talk about in this video. There's another instance of this that's kind of gone around in the last few days or so. Dexerto even covered it over on Twitter. The clip on Twitter has almost 250,000 views as of me recording this audio. And it has kind of re-sparked this whole conversation. So I want to go ahead and start kind of jumping through all this real quick, so that we can talk about it. Make sure that if you do enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The links have shown up on the screen and they're down below. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video.
I'm gonna fucking ban you if you donate less than 10 bits.
Alright, so we're coming out the gate hot with the I'm going to ban you if you don't donate any more than 10 bits to me. That's definitely something that, of course, people were going to take issue to, right? Because, I mean, the most common way to react to people donating really anything to you when you do, like, any sort of online job is to be, to be grateful for the generosity, right? To, like, thank them, hey, thanks for donating. And so when people see these Twitch girls that are entitled and like, you know, they put themselves up on a pedestal, react with, like, negativity and, like, inappreciation, it really kind of pisses a lot of people off. Understandably so, but it pisses a lot of people off. And these are the kinds of clips I'm talking about. Of course, this is not the end of the video by any stretch of the imagination, so let's go ahead and continue.
If you can't afford to fucking subscribe to my channel, fucking leave. I fucking hate you guys. Stop sending 1 bit. If you can't afford to subscribe, fucking leave. You can't afford my channel. They're disgusting. I'm sorry, if they're fucking disgusting and they can't afford more than $1, fucking ban them. I'm serious. They're disgusting. They can't even afford $1 fucking dollar. $1. Fucking ban them.
Alright, see, now, if this was, I guess, any regular instance of this would probably be one of the more egregious ones that we've ever seen. And you can see that the chat is reacting in a very specific way, okay? Which I think is part of the problem with doing things like this. I don't know how often this girl does this. This is at CatsPlayTV on Twitter. I don't know how common of an occurrence, like, kind of going on one of these rants or whatever kind of happens with her, but the audience is definitely not in on it, or they definitely don't understand what's going on here. If you guys at home don't understand as well here, she's not being serious, okay? This is not her being legitimate. She doesn't actually hate poor people. She doesn't actually hate people who don't donate to her channel or subscribe or anything like that, right? She just is making a joke based on things that have happened in the past, right?
I don't want poor people in my fucking chat. I don't want poor people in my fucking chat. They donated less than 100 bits. Fucking ban them.
So I kind of wrapped up the rest of the video, which was about 2.5 minutes long, with some of the highlights, I guess, of this entire situation here that followed. But like I was saying, this is not a serious situation here. This is not real. And I know that a lot of the guys who have watched me make these videos, you know, the guys and gals out there that have watched me make, you know, videos talking about this kind of stuff in the past, like, you really want me to go in on her right now, right? Like, you really want me to just decimate this for what it appears to be if you don't understand. But this is clearly not real. This is satire. And people, of course, are getting worked up about it, right? Because I mean, in their defense, like, we've seen so many of these chicks do this for real, right? Like, actually have done this. They weren't joking. Like, there was no inflection of a joke. Her audience didn't defend her by saying, hey, this is how she jokes around and whatnot, right? So we've gotten to that point, right, where, like, people are kind of, like, memeing the original situations, and people are still not really understanding that it's a meme. So this is where the title of this video really starts to come into play, man, because these girls on Twitch know exactly what they're doing. Now, let me break down to you what's happening here for those of you who don't get it. Basically, because of people like me who will make videos and stuff talking about these situations and articles from Dexerto and whatnot, these girls on Twitch have come to realize something, right? And that something is that if they act kind of like a fucking idiot on stream, and they, you know, make these jokes or whatever, acting as if, like, they're really ungrateful and, like, terrible or whatever, they will inadvertently get way more attention than they can get through natural ways, right? Like, if you sit around and stream 12 hours a day on Twitch, you're still really at the mercy of the algorithm to, like, find new viewers and to have people come to your channel and whatnot. But if you make an ass out of yourself as a joke for like 3 minutes and you upset some people and they clip it and they start sharing it everywhere saying, oh, look how ungrateful this bitch is, you know, she's horrible, blah, 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 right? You go get an Optimus video made on you and like everyone else starts talking about it and shit and making videos or tweeting about it. You are now instantly presented to hundreds of thousands, if not millions more people pretty much instantaneously, simply because you did that for a few minutes, right? And they've realized that they can use these opportunities to grow. They can act like this and they can get people to fucking basically blow them up on Twitch. And I know that to a certain extent, what I'm doing right here is kind of also leading down this path. But I think it's about time that we all kind of face the reality of this situation. And we kind of face the reality of what these girls are doing. Now, as the clout-chasing judge, the top clout-chasing judge on the planet for the last 4 years and counting now, I am going to have to confirm this as a clout-chasing moment. I mean, what they're doing, they're chasing attention, right? Like, they're chasing validity on the internet, they're chasing followers. That is 100% a fair argument to make. I don't think that any of them really would disagree with it either because they know what they're doing once again, but I think it's about time that more people became kind of like aware of what's going on here. This isn't just, you know, another one of these fucking Twitch bimbos, you know, running their mouth not knowing what they're saying. This is now becoming a deliberate marketing strategy based on people's outrage to these situations. And honestly, I can't blame them for doing it, right? Like, this is one of the fucking smarter ideas I've ever really seen, you know? The Twitch women really are kind of honestly leading the marketing schemes for Twitch. Because, I mean, if you think about it, right, like, most guys are like, how can I grow on Twitch? Oh, I have to stream 14 hours a day. Oh, I have to be funny. Oh, I have to be good at the video game. Something like that, right? But the truth of the matter is, and I know women hate to hear this, if you're hot and you're on Twitch, you automatically have a leg up. Now, I'm not saying that these girls are not entertaining or that, like, no hot girl can be good at video games or anything like that, but the truth of the matter is there are millions upon millions more guys willing to watch a hot girl sit there with her cleavage out on Twitch talking about, oh, you guys are peasants if you don't donate money to me, than they would be to watch some fat weirdo with a neck beard and fucking glasses thicker than fucking cheesecake sit there and suck at Rainbow Six Siege, right? Like, it's just the reality of the situation. It's how the cookie crumbles. Is it unfortunate for guys who aren't chads or whatever? I mean, sure, yeah, but that's just what it comes down to, man. It just, you know, nature finds a way, bro, is the best way I could put it. So we've seen these cases now where these girls are like developing this as like a legitimate marketing strategy. You know, first they came out with like the cleavage camera angles, you know, the let me go right on the whiteboard while wearing booty shorts kind of concepts, you know, to get people in there watching. And then now, you know, they're doing these kinds of things. So realistically, I have to kind of commend the ingenuity in developing new marketing strategies. So a lot of people are going to say that this is scumbag behavior, what these girls are doing and whatnot, because they realize how to get an audience. I don't know. See, because I'm kind of 50-50 on it. On one hand, like, yes, it is a very cheap, lazy method, I guess, of getting followers, but at the end of the day, like, I really can't fault anybody chasing a bag, right? I can't really fault somebody for knowing that something's going to work in terms of getting people there and making $20,000 a month in subscriptions and donations and whatnot because it worked for them. I don't know if I can really fault that person, right? Like, they kind of made the winning decision, sure, maybe at the expense of their dignity or whatever, but like, I think it's time that we start giving these girls a little bit more mental credit than they're being given. This, once again, is not somebody just flying off the fucking handle. This is like a very planned out type of thing. And it seems like maybe in this situation, it'll be a little bit easier to pick up on, you know? Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to kind of figure out that this one isn't necessarily a real situation compared to some of the other ones. I mean, there are ones that are 100% real. But I think going forward, the real problem with this kind of stuff, right, is the fact that now we can have people kind of becoming Schrodinger's douchebags, right? Now, if you don't know what a Schrodinger douchebag is, it's basically a person, right, who they'll say like some wacky, outlandish, messed up, fucked up shit, right? And depending on the reaction that they get from everybody who's heard it, they'll kind of determine whether or not it's a joke. So like in this instance, these chicks could become a Schrodinger's douchebag by getting on stream and being like, oh, fuck you guys, you're not donating money to me, like you all suck, you're all terrible, I hate you guys, like you're poor, you smell like fucking rat feces. And then, like, when everyone's like, oh, you know, you're kind of a bitch, right? Like, you're kind of a horrible human being and you don't really deserve an audience. They can then, you know, if they get that negative reaction and they don't, like, get a positive, like, haha, here's some money reaction out of people, they can then just play it off as a joke. So it's gotten to this point where, like, they can't necessarily be criticized for it anymore because if it is a joke, right, like, you're getting mad over a joke, they're chasing the bag, like, you kind of look like the clown of the day, but if it isn't really a joke and people shit on them for it, they can then just resort back to the concept that, oh, I'm making fun of people doing this. It was satire, it was irony, whatnot, right? So I think that's going to be the big problem going forward when it comes down to these types of situations. And I mean, in this one, I am going to go ahead and lean towards satire, but I don't know, man. I think it's just time that this was something that needed to be acknowledged. Now, with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, telling you that if you're not rich enough to buy an Optimus shirt down below, you fucking suck. And signing out.